Oh,
Yeti?
Yeti. Are you Yeti?
Yeti?
I'm
Are you Yeti?
I'm Yeti. And I got notes.
I got notes too.
Yeah. Notes. Because
we have a lot to talk about. Oh yeah, we didn't
never
do an
even
intro.
started.
It's because we have so much to talk about. Yeah, happy.
This is LaCroix. This is not alcohol. That's water. I'm just making that out there. Like you crack something, it kind of looks dewy, like, you know, cold, crisp.
Happy books and Babble.
I feel like it's important to let people know we're doing this responsible.
We're doing books and Babble responsibly this week, y'all. Yeah, well, we jumped right into it because there's so much to talk about.
There is.
Because we finished the book and crazy, lots of stuff to talk
hold on
about.
a minute. We finished this book.
Yep, we finished the third book in the series.
Hold on.
Okay.
Like, literally.
Are we gonna jump right into it? Are we gonna talk about it? Or do you
I think we almost need to.
Let's do it.
I think there's been so much that happened in it. I mean, we could even talk about what we're reading next, but this is like consuming me because I'm angry. We literally were just saying, oh, everybody's got somebody, and it's great that they have joy. And
yeah, halfway through it was like, it seemed as though it was setting it up for everyone to have a happy ending.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start with the main thing.
You go. Yeah.
Julie.
I
feel like this author, she has a way of getting everybody to fall in love with the character, and then everyone. You've got Peter, then you had the friend that helped him out. Kevin.
Yeah.
We loved Kevin. He helped him out. And then we loved Bree.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
She was amazing. Cut her out. There was one other one, wasn't there? Or no, is that all of them? And then Julie. Oh God. And then Julie's was so hard.
Well, and it was ridiculous too because she was not. It wasn't like Kevin or Peter or even Bree, where it was like, when she died, it was a one-time, like, oh, a tree fell on, like with Kevin, you know, it's like, oh, something happened to her, now she's dead. It's like something happened to her, and then she lived, and then was murdered off by our main character, which was like...
Well, she had to deal with the tornado.
Well, yeah, but, like, that's, like, the death of Julie was so ridiculous because... It was drawn out, like, it wasn't like, oh, she got messed up in the tornado.
Paralyzed.
Yeah, she didn't just die. She didn't die from the tornado. She died because Miranda murdered her. I mean, yes, she was paralyzed, but she was still alive, and she would have been able to live her life. She would have been needed full-time care. But Miranda literally just offed her. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Like, that's why, like, Julie's death for me was so different from all the other ones. Like, I was frustrated when Kevin died. I was frustrated when Peter died. Like, when Bree died, like, all these great characters that we really got to know and really got to enjoy, and then have the carpet ripped out from underneath us, or the rug, not the carpet, the rug, same thing. But, and this one was just so ridiculous to me because she got hurt, and we're like, okay, but she's fine. Well, she's not fine. She's paralyzed, but she lived, because for a minute there we didn't know if she was alive or dead. We didn't know where John was either. And then when we find out, like, okay, she's alive, she's okay, we're like, okay, well, she's not okay, but, and then Miranda turns around and kills her. I had a problem with that. I did. I'm sorry. I did.
Like, see to where they did not have the means to take care of her, though.
I did not. See, I didn't understand why they did it.
I wouldn't have done it.
I wouldn't have done it. Not at all. She was completely... Yeah, she needed full-time care, but she was alive. She wasn't asking to be killed. She wasn't like, oh, Miranda, please, like, I'm ready to die, like, do it now. No. She literally was just like, she literally was like, oh, I hope that I'm going to be able to regain... I hope that... And maybe she would have. We don't know. We'll never know because Miranda killed her 2 days in.
Yeah.
What? Like, she literally just murdered a person for no reason. Like, yeah, I get, oh, they might not have had the means. But at least, like, let her brother say goodbye. Like, if you're gonna make that decision, why was it you did it by yourself in the middle of the night instead? Like, you knew Alex was coming back. Well, we didn't know for sure, but she was super confident Alex was coming back. It's like, why would you not have let the brother at least say goodbye, or like asked her, hey, like, listen, sorry, survival of the fittest deal. Like, I just don't get why it was like, she so sneakily was like, this is cough medicine.
Yeah.
And then killed her. I was like,
yeah, if anything, like, if you're thinking about killing somebody like that, you should at least give them a vote in their own life.
Right.
Like, you understand this
she
is what
wasn't
it's
asking
like.
to die.
No, that's
She
true.
wasn't asking. She was like, oh, I'm hopeful. She's like, I'm hopeful that I'm going to regain my feeling back. And Miranda was like, okay, sorry, and killed her. I was like, whoa. It made me hate Miranda so much. I could not believe she did that.
I couldn't believe
it was such a terrible
thing. I was really
thing.
surprised. And it's funny because we read this book years ago.
Yeah, a long time ago.
And I feel like, because we did not know there was this.
Yeah, we didn't know there was
we
a
didn't know
fourth
that
one.
was.
Yeah.
But it seems like to me we would have remembered the ending.
Completely out of left field for me. I didn't remember it either.
I don't either. So that was interesting, but also, like,
I
took notes on it.
Me too.
Okay, so I'm curious to see. I like that. I thought Alex was very selfish to go into the convent and make them drive to the convent. I thought that was very selfish of him. And the reasoning is, okay, he doesn't want to be a burden, but he literally is being a burden and risking lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
that's
he's not just taking their gas or their food. He's literally risking their lives and transporting and going there. And I felt like that was a very selfish thing to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he once again, poor Julie. She's getting kicked on. She doesn't get to say what she wants to do.
Yeah, poor Julie.
He's like, no, I'm going to drop you off, not so I can watch you. Just, we're going to jump there.
Yeah, literally like, oh, I'm going to pass you along to somebody else.
And it's like, the world that they live in now sucks. Let her live her world. Her life the way she wants to.
For sure.
Within that world.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That stood out to me. Another thing, still.
Let's talk about... I've got some stuff to talk about with her too, because...
No, I liked her, but you do not let somebody's cat go out to die.
I knew you were going to have a problem with this.
I knew you were going to have a problem with it. I had a huge problem with this.
Especially because to me, that was another thing that didn't make sense to me. Like, to me, it made zero sense for Miranda to do what she did with Julie. And this also didn't make any sense to me. Why... Syl the whole time has been very like, oh, I'm just gonna stay shut up in my room. I'm not gonna like really help with anything, but I'm not. So like, why are you? I don't get it.
Wait a second. You're right. What did Syl really contribute to the day to day? But then when it came to Alex, he was like, Alex is just feeding off of us. You know, he's not doing anything.
Yeah.
He's just eating our food. Well,
even though he was helping,
they're both alive.
Right. Well, yeah, and especially because Alex at least was helping, like, chop wood. He was going out looking for food, going out looking for, you know, supplies and things.
And he found the van.
And he found,
Yeah,
that was ridiculous. So Syl's been kind of, like, dead weight. And so the fact that she, like, really isn't part of the family, not because they're not accepting her, but because she's just, like, not contributing at all. And the fact that she, like, made this random decision with the cat, I'm like... The cat has nothing to do with you. You're locked up in the room most of the time anyway, so like, you probably never see the cat. So it's like, I just didn't get like, you're not fighting with the cat for resources. So it like just didn't make any sense to me. So why it made zero sense. I was just like, I don't understand. But I will say, I noted the direct comparison. So of course, when Syl did this with the cat, John and Miranda were furious, right? Of course, like rightfully upset, right? Yes. But then Miranda turned around and did the same thing.
Yeah, to a human.
Yeah. To a human. She was like, I don't think I'll ever be able to forgive Syl for purposely killing the cat who's part of the family.
That's true.
And she killed freaking Julie for also zero reason. Like, what is going on with all these characters? I think like the last couple chapters, it just made no sense to me. Everybody went topsy-turvy. It was like, for me, it was like the author fell down, hit her head, and then continued writing the last couple chapters. Because it was so odd. Like, Miranda's killing people. Syl is killing the cat.
Charlie
Julie
died.
died.
Why didn't I mention
Why
that?
did Charlie die?
I forgot. Charlie was a good guy. We loved him. Another one. That's the other one.
And what was up with the fact that Charlie literally, great character, right? Such a good character. I wanted him to end up with the mom. I was like, they would be great together. What is up with the fact that the way that he died, okay, tornado happens, house goes kaput, okay, fine. But he didn't die from anything with the tornado. He died going up the stairs and he had a heart attack? What?
Yeah,
What? It was not, I was just like, okay, what? That made no sense. He wasn't that old. He was seemingly in good shape.
Yeah, he survived everything so far.
Well, right.
All the trip, yeah.
So I'm like, he's not old. He's in good shape. So how he just randomly has a heart attack going up the stairs? I'm like, what? That makes no sense. Nothing in this book made sense at the end.
It did.
None of it. The pills, okay. The fact that Alex, which I will say, I was never a big fan of his in book 2, but I've liked him better in this book. But then he's like, oh, I've got to stash a pill so I can kill my sister. And I was like, what? I was like, you were preparing. He literally had it ready to go. I was like, what is wrong with everyone?
Didn't he take those pills back in like the book 2 when he first came in and held on to them?
Yeah, and I completely, yeah. Uh-huh.
But I see like that point of view, like you don't, if the world gets so bad, you know, somebody's gonna suffer, like.
You make that decision together. Why is everybody wanting to go around and kill everybody? I don't get it. He's like, oh, well, I want to give her the pills so that way when I smother her to death, she won't feel it. Why are you smothering her to begin with? I'm so confused. She's your... What? I don't understand. I do not get it. None of it makes sense to me. None of it makes sense. And then... Oh, no, go ahead.
No.
Because I was going to change the topic to something else.
Yeah, but this was about Alex, same here. But Alex, it was nice of him because he was going to give the tickets away. He was going to give the tickets up for Julie to go live with the baby and...
If he doesn't kill her first.
The wife, which I cannot believe Angie? Is the wife's name Angie? Am I wrong?
Lisa.
Yeah,
because that brings me to my next topic because so my next topic is Lisa.
Uh-huh.
Why are they treating her the way they are? I don't understand that. Like, okay, so she's a grown adult. End of the world. Tornado hits the house. She's trapped in the basement. Fine. Or cellar, whatever. And she's of course begging for help to get out. Great. We'll help you. But then she's asking questions about, is everybody else okay? Is everyone else okay? What's going on? Is everyone else okay? And they lie to her. They're like, don't tell Lisa, don't tell Lisa, don't tell Lisa, don't tell Lisa, don't tell Lisa. Why? Why can we not tell Lisa who's hurt and who's not? What is up with that? She's a grown adult. A tornado just hit the house. And all she wants to know is if everyone's okay and what's going on. And they're like, no, don't lie to her. Why? Why are we lying to Lisa? What the heck? What is happening? I'm like, I seriously think the author bonked her head and then wrote the last part of the book because nothing made sense to me. Everything that happened, I was like, what is going on?
You're right. But I think they were trying to keep her calm because she wasn't in the
She would have been way more calm if she just knew what happened, if they had just told her. Because now she's in there freaking out
No, because then she thinks everybody's okay, which I think...
I'm sure she knew that they were lying to her. I would imagine. I don't know, maybe not.
Yeah.
But why? I don't get it. I don't get anything that happened in this book. I don't understand it. And I liked the first two. And I liked the first part of this book. But the last half, just
What about Syl telling the mother... Why do I forget her name?
Laura. No. Yeah, Laura, the mom.
Is it Laura?
Mm-hmm.
I am so bad. Okay, I will remember name of the animals, even in Human and versus books. But okay,
Yeah.
so like still telling her to quit hiding, get out of the house,
Oh,
quit being
yeah.
afraid, and go do
Go
it.
help.
Because like it was nice to like to see that the mom like kind of started hiding more, and you know, in there, and she's just like, no, get out there.
Yeah, which I also didn't understand either. Like, why wouldn't she, like, she's physically fine.
Mm-hmm.
Why would Laura not want to help Lisa get out of the freaking cellar? Like, you find out that someone in your family, which, yeah, like, not by blood, but she's married into the family. She had a baby with the dad. Like, she's a part of the family at that point. So, like, why would you not go help her? Like, you have to walk 2 feet and unbury a relative, and you're just gonna say, no, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
What? I couldn't believe this. That's another thing that made no sense. Why would you?
Yeah, because the mother
why would
was
you not do
always
that?
assertive on getting stuff done.
She was always so
and
on
I
it.
know that like she was inside, but she still would have, you know, I don't know.
I don't understand. I'm like, Lisa's trapped in a freaking cellar with the baby. Like, why would you not walk 5 feet and help her get out? The fact that she, like, Syl even had to say something is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That makes no sense.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It doesn't. And you're right. It didn't.
All the characters just started acting crazy for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated with the way that it ended. I'm frustrated with the way that it ended because at this point, I just don't think I like anybody. I don't, and I know that the next book isn't like Miranda's perspective. We already know that. But I just think that I don't like Miranda because she's a murderer. I don't like Syl. She's a murderer. The mom is crazy. Like, Charlie's dead. Julie's dead. I don't know. I just don't.
The father came back as a very kind person. Like at first I thought he dropped the ball at being a dad.
You know what?
But
True.
he came back as like a very kind,
That's a good point.
loving person, and he stayed that way throughout the book.
Yeah. I mean, he wants everybody to lie to his wife for no reason, but
Well, he's doing it to protect her, keep her.
that's not well, okay. Maybe. I guess that was his idea of protecting her, but
Yeah.
yeah, I guess the dad would be my favorite character right now because I literally hate everybody. There's no, like, even Matt, like the way that Matt was talking mad, like, you know, about Alex and everything, and it's like, you brought home a stray too. Like, what's your what the heck? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so I don't like him, and everyone just, I don't like any of the characters. So I'm curious to see where the last book goes. But at this point, I'm just not happy with anybody in the book. So
speaking of the next book, we're gonna read up to chapter, is it 8? I think it was part 2 where we're gonna stop.
yeah, we're gonna read the first part.
Yeah, I wanna say it was gonna be chapter 8 that we read up to. I'm gonna double check that first. Yes, part 2, chapter 8. Yeah, so it's the first little
Chunk.
bit. A little bit of the book. And yeah, because I'm curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, same.
So we'll read the first part. It literally says part 2, and that is at the beginning of chapter 8. So yeah, like, okay, far as like you're out of this book reading world, is there anything that you've read lately real quick that you want to touch base with?
Well, I'm almost done with A Darker Shade of Magic. I have, there's a bug in here.
Oh, there is. It's a ladybug.
Oh, lovely.
They'll bite though, because it's
What?
it's the one that will bite.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay, well, are we just gonna sit here and pretend like this isn't happening?
Yeah.
What? I don't know if I can do that.
Really, you want me to get it?
Oh, where'd it go? Oh no. Okay.
The sun is out, so the bookies come out this time. Yeah. So you're on the darker shade of magic.
Yeah, I've got like 30 pages left, and
I'm gonna grab the trilogy that I just kind of like finished up because it's not seen at all, and it's really good.
we started Sword Catcher. So far that one's really good.
I'll grab it.
What else? I feel like there was another book that I finished. Oh, this is fun. We did a Halloween buddy read.
Yes, we did.
So we read a Natasha Preston thriller. Oh yeah, here's the one that we both started.
Yes.
Because we're currently buddy reading Sword Catcher. I don't know why that doesn't stick in my head.
It's really good.
Yeah, this one's really good so far. I like the concept so far.
Yeah, it's a high fantasy though. Like it takes a lot of
time.
Political world building right now.
Yeah. And we read The Haunting by Natasha Preston.
Oh, that was a good one.
We read the 3/4 of the book separately, and then the day before Halloween we read the last few chapters at the same time together.
Yeah. Which it was cute because we were gonna wait till Halloween to read the last bit, but we couldn't.
We couldn't wait.
We had to know what was happening.
We had to. I mean, it was a classic murder mystery whodunit, and we had to know who did it.
Yes.
Which that one was so good. I love Natasha Preston's thrillers. I really enjoyed
it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really well done, and I did not guess who the killer was, so it was a surprise to me in the end.
Yeah, it was to me as well.
Yeah.
Her endings are always so crazy.
Always crazy.
Yeah.
So that was the other one I read last week.
I audibled it, and I literally listened to the ending 3 times because I was like, hold on, I want to make sure I got everything.
Yeah, there was a lot going on.
Over it again, and it was because it's hard when you're into an action scene like that, and you want to make sure you're hearing this person, because your brain, like when you're reading it, your eyes just fly through and you flip through and you go so much faster, and you want to do the same thing as you're listening to it, and you can't.
Yeah.
So it's difficult on certain things. So anyway, it was good.
Yeah, that one was really good.
Yeah.
So I think that was all I read last week. I started Sword Catcher, read Natasha Preston, and then almost finished A Darker Shade of Magic. So
yeah, and I finished this trilogy, and it's the Dark Days Club, and it's the one we mentioned Ian and Iana the other day.
Oh,
and this is the book
written by the same person.
Yeah, Allison Goodman. And and I read the individual one, the one book, and then this is her old trilogy. It's set in the past, and there's magic. So
that's cool. Yeah,
the new one, and it's neat because she's done a lot of history. Like the back of it is like all author notes of where she looked it up. It's really neat. So if you like.
Cool.
Like 1800-ish set back in the day with a lot of research, but this one has magic. It's cute. It's good. So definitely enjoying going back in the depth. There's one book that a single book that she had written that I do not have.
Oh,
so it's out of print, so I'll have to go on Pango and get it or something.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I might do that. But yeah, that's it. I'm excited to get into the next book, the next 8.
The next
7.
8 chapters. Oh, 7 chapters.
We're reading up to 8, so up to part 2 of The Shade on the Moon.
Yeah. Is there anything else?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think I'm good. Okay, well, that's another Babble About Books.
Yes.